Over the years, urban development in Mexico has been organized and at times chaotic. In this PBL, we will focus on the potential harm a cotton factory can cause of the health of persons living without a 1 million radius from the cotton factory. In particular, we are interested in understanding simple model of air pollution and production, a set of recommendations for both the factory, people who live nearby, and authorities to prevent long-term health hazard. This project has the objective to bring together concepts learned through the physical two course in order to understand the material as a whole.
The problem: we have a cotton factory emitting substances harmful to health without any regulation. People bordering don't know the implications to their health. What is known? The factory produces toxic waste to environment, excessive use of water. People live within a mile of radius. Contaminant can affect the population of the zone. Problem statement: we are looking for harmful pollutants that a cotton factory throws at the environment and the damages they cause to the surrounding population by air pollution. What is need? What substances from cotton mills are potentially dangerous? What is the behavior of these substances? What impact on the health of the population living within a mile of radius? Recommendations: for the factory, they can replace chemicals for biodegradable and non-toxic. For the people, do not play or engage in physical activities nearby textile factories. And for the authority, enforce regulations on waste and where they are dumped.
To analyze the model, we have gathered several data as we can see in the chart number 1, where the variable x, over here, is distance between the emission cloud and the houses of the inhabitants in that area. Y is the distance in height of the emission considering a house height, and Z is the distance of the radius of the emission cloud. All these variables given in meters. The variable U, which is the wind velocity, given in meters per second, and omega y and omega z, that are the dispersion coefficient for urban soils given by the chart number 1 listed in the annexes part. The variable C, over here, is the concentration in pollutant in the air given in grams per cubic meter. So, as we can see, given this data, we can simulate our model by the equation number 1 and see the relationship between these variables and their impact on the given scenario.
The Gaussian model for atmospheric dispersion of a pollutant in air was applied to know the concentration of these chemicals in a populated area of 1 mile radius. Typically, a cotton factory disposes its waste in the form of water to rivers or lakes. But what happens when this water is not treated? Well, that's exactly what we analyze in this work. First, the water is disposed in the public sewer system. This system covers the whole wide area of the mile radius, so each sewer becomes a focus and a source of emission of pollutants. We found that the concentrations showed to be extremely high, up to 30 meters from the emission source, which is each sewer. Each sewer would be emitting 172 grams of a particularly health hazardous chemical known as quiralone. So, using this model, we conclude that the health of the people inhabiting this place it's compromised. So, further action must be taken.
These are some recommendations for authorities, the habitants at the factory involved in the problem. The authorities must monitor that all factories that produce toxic waste, ensuring that they dispose properly, where they can affect anyone, especially in the case of factories such as cotton, which produce extremely toxic contaminants for people and the environment. Residents living near the factory are advised that if they detect and strange odors, they avoid direct contact by covering mouth and eye protection and communicating with authorities as civil protection to give them help. Factories are devised to look for chemicals environmentally friendly and also to investigate ways to reduce the amount of waste pollution.